So it was a good proving ground and founding. And as I said earlier, Jim Russell. He was a film director, Ken Russell, wasn't he? Jim Russell founded his racing driver school here with Formula 3s, with 500s. There's a photo in my dad's book, places they raced, Boys Own Stuff, of Ken sitting on the back of a 500, actually hands-on instructing.
Yep. There was, yes, and obviously Jim Russell being a local down the market, he actually was the father of Formula 4. Yeah, all the juniors still expected to build the engine. And while everyone said the first ever race for Formula 4s was at France, and yes, the first standalone one, there had been a race here the previous week, which was for Formula 4 cars, but it was tagged onto the back of a Formula Junior race. So, and obviously the original Formula 4 festival took place here at Snetterton. I certainly remember the last one. That was one on the road by Brad Doodle. He got a penalty for jump starting, so Jeff Leach, who was behind him, took the honours. Myself and my colleague was marshalling up at Cora, so that must have been 73 or 74, I think that was.
It has now become a historic formula of its own. There's the in a few weeks there's the One Pace Trophy meeting in Silverstone to bring the historic Formula 4 season to a close. Jim Beckett does a very good job of marshalling the James does a very good job of marshalling the historic Formula 4s.
So we have the pre-runner to really Formula 4 is the 500, isn't it?
Yeah, and here was born the Cooper. John and Charlie Cooper, classically, a couple of Fiat Topolinos, chop them in half, springs on the front end, simple chassis, nice engine.
Away we go.
And there it was. It's alleged that more races were won with double knocker Nortons in Formula 3 than were ever run at the TT races.
Yes.
And Norton stopped selling engines to people. It became that you had to buy a bike, which is how the Triton was born, because people had a lot of featherbed Norton frames lying around because they nicked the engines, flogged the frames for what they could get, and people put Triumph engines into them, and hence a Triton.
Oh, there we go. We learn something new every day.
Because after a while, Norton's realised that they weren't going to have any spare engines for their customers, and so insisted, no, we're not just selling you an engine, you've got to buy a bike. And when it became that you could go out and win 150 quid in a weekend in a Formula 3 car if you were good, £65 for a Norton was worth spending to get the good engine. And then you get a tenner for the frame later down the pub.
Well, there we go. Yeah, and of course, for those, even in the modern day, who series that run motorbike engines, trying to source engines is quite difficult. I was talking to the Legend boys who run Yamahas. Yeah. And in America they're trying to change the engine, but over here they're saying it's not really worth it. It's not really worth it. You'd have to, minimum you've got to have 2 engines for the weekend. They were saying that means everyone's got to do it now. We just say, well, we got, and it's a supply problem. I remember Radical, who were down at Peterborough, the problems they had for trying to source a modern motorbike engine. Eventually they got them from America. So the Japanese, the English, the European importers could supply, but somehow the Americans, I think it might well be to do with legislation, could actually import engines and enable engines back in. So, yes, so it's a historic problem, not just an old problem.
So far we've had 10 of these Formula 3s out. They're lapping quite well. Given the contact area of these cars is probably the size of an A4 piece of paper in total, a 337 is a pretty respectable lap, I think, in these conditions.
Yeah, George Shackleton just in a 329, so he's nearly 6 seconds quicker than Xavier Kingsland, so George certainly got the hang of it. Again, I certainly can't ever remember 500s on the 300 circuit. But again, tarmac,
Two. BSCC CEO Dave Sammer, where we were discussing the fact that our 85th anniversary week of celebrations is to be at Brands Hatch next year. He said, why don't we run it the old way and do it backwards, like they used to?
King of Brands.
And his face was a bit the idea of suggesting that.
King of Brands, the motorbike race at the end of the year, it used to be anti-clockwise. We were talking about anti-clockwise circuits, and not Killer KG runs anti-clockwise, does it?
Just to mix it up. Yeah.
But the real problem being in the lap of the laps of the Alco, aren't they?
Yes.
Because they lap one way, so if you do come off, you